Hello, John McConnin here with UpsideDownRealEstate.com. Just an update. This is part of an approval letter from Chase that deals with the first and the second. On the page before, we got the typical language you'll see, releases the mortgage lien or releases the lien for a short payoff. And they did not address what was going to happen with the remaining loan balance. Well, in this one now, I want to do this carefully because I don't want to see the loan number. um, well, you see, Chase reserves the right to pursue collection on the remaining balance due on, and it goes on to give you the loan number. So in the past, when all those realtors were out there, and some of them heavily marketing on the net, were telling people that they get all their properties released the lien and the loan, and they said lawyers were scaring people. I mean, in reality, what happened is that we've been educating people, and now the banks have cleaned up their letters, and they're telling people what they're going to do. So here we see an initial offer from Chase. They reserve the right to pursue collection on the remaining loan balance. Now, I believe in this situation, my client has a recourse loan, so it might be in his interest to go ahead and do this short sale anyway and argue with them later about whether they have the right, whether this was actually their one action. And it could be argued that that's the case. But it's a pretty big deficiency, and I think we're going to actually have to negotiate with Chase to get rid of that language. And Chase is going to want to ask some money, and maybe we're going to have to hit them with a RESPA request, or explain to them what their duties are under California law when they're a servicer to make things a little more clear about what the state of the law is. But we have a series of letters. We can go about things in different manners, but in the end, we're going to try to soften up Chase a little bit to take a much lower amount of money, and then we're going to go back and see if we can get there first to pay some of the money to the second here. And if they don't like that, then we're going to ask them about their servicing agreements and their duties and things of that nature. But in the end, we're hoping that we can get a better result than this for the client. Now we might not. Um, that's part of why you need an agent. You don't really know what the investors are going to do on these before you start. You have an idea with B of A because they're always consistent. They don't release the deficiency for realtors, and they do sometimes for attorneys. With Chase, it's always a negotiation, or it's frequently a negotiation. And you need to work with a team that's flexible enough to pound these guys as hard as they can once we get to this stage. John McConnin, UpsideDownRealEstate.com.